On Nitrocytes, it is your boy the Nitro General here, and welcome back to another video. Now, in this video, what we're going to be doing is I'm just going to be going over updates to the team that I've made. So, for regionals, I should say. So, before I get into this, I do just want to say a couple things. One, thank you for all the support on the videos. I highly appreciate it. If you like my content, like I've been saying in every video, if you guys like my content and you want me to make more, because I've been so busy lately and I'm trying to get as many videos out for you guys as I can, if you like my content, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. I'm trying to get this channel partnered, and the best way to do that is for you guys, if you like my videos, to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss a video when I do post it. And another one of the videos that I posted recently, I think yesterday? Was it yesterday? I don't remember. No, I think it was Saturday. Saturday or Sunday, I posted a video about the coronavirus and how it has affected a lot of people in a lot of places and a lot of events. And some of the events that it has affected is the Pokemon VGC matches. So far, the only VGC matches that have been canceled are the ones in March and the first one in April. The one that I'm going to is in May. Now, I'm really hoping that all this stuff will be done by then, but like around here, my work is, all the restaurants around here, I don't know if that's all, I think it's all around the world, or all around the United States, but here, all the restaurants are only carry out or delivery. There's no dining in, nothing like that. So it's getting to the point where it's pretty bad right now, and schools are shut down around here, everything like that. So I'm hoping that it's not going to be canceled in May, but if it's not over by then and it's not canceled, I'm not even totally sure that I will be going, because I am too afraid of getting the virus and stuff like that, giving it to my family and friends. And who are we kidding? I don't have friends. I'm too worried about giving it to my family. So, and one friend. So yeah. So there is not really a point in me changing the team at this point. I'm really hoping to go. But if I don't, I'm not going to spend all this time breeding for other team members and EV training and IV training and everything like that. There's no sense in me doing that anymore if I'm not even going to be going. Now, I wasn't really even thinking about changing the team, but I'm not. At this point, I'm not changing the team for regionals at all. The only thing that will be changing is movesets and maybe abilities and stuff like that, depending on if I get it by random chance, which there's 2 abilities that are going to be changed from the last one that I did. So I did want to make an update video because I did change a bunch of things within the team. Hopefully this will be the last update video you guys get for the team until right before regionals if I'm going. Otherwise, this will just be a competitive team that I have in the back for when regionals come out. And I will throw a bunch of these in Pokemon Home, bunch of these Pokemon that aren't shiny, like the Togekiss and the Gastrodon and the Ferrothorn. I might just throw in home just in case. That way they don't clutter my box, because I don't know. But yeah. So the major change is that this is a whole different Charizard. Okay, this is a whole different Charizard than the one that I had in the first place. The one that I bred in the first place was actually the one that I got from Leon in the egg, the G-Max Charizard. I had never found one in a max raid battle, and I had never been able to join one in a max raid battle until recently. So the one that I got from Leon was a great nature. I think it was plus speed minus attack, which was great for Charizard. And this one I found in a max raid battle was shiny, which I couldn't believe, and it was solar power, which is fantastic, because if you guys didn't know, you can actually find hidden ability G-Max Charizard in raids now. It's not promoted, but you can find them. So I actually got the solar power one, and it was shiny, so I had to use it for regionals. But it was did I change the nature? Yes, okay, I did. It was a modest nature, the one that I found, which was increased special attack minus attack, which is not, is not what I wanted. I did want a fast Charizard, but I did put all my EVs into speed and special attack, so we should be good. So it should be outspeeding everything. I did replace Air Slash for Hurricane. You guys, if anybody watched that other video, you were probably like, why would you give it Air Slash when it gets access to Hurricane? I don't know. I do not know why I didn't. For the longest time, I got Hurricane and Twister mixed up, which I don't even know if Twister's in the game anymore, but Twister is a Dragon type move, and it's a terrible move. So that's why I never thought about it. And then I was like, wait a minute, I think Hurricane's like 110 base power or something. Is it? Yeah, 110 base power, which is fantastic. And it's got, what was the, it was 70% accuracy. So it can miss. But, I don't know. It's just a really nice one for Max Airstream. I have Heat Wave on there rather than Fire Blast or Flamethrower because it is able to hit both Pokemon at a time, and I think that's really good. So that's why I went with that over Fire Blast, which might not have been smart, but who cares? I think it's really good. And then it obviously still has Dragon Pulse for just Dragon coverage because I don't know what else to put on it. And then because it is a Solar Power Charizard, I did give it Sunny Day because I don't know if the only Pokemon that I think might be able to learn it besides Charizard is Togekiss. But I didn't decide to put it on Togekiss because I think I have a pretty good moveset on Togekiss. And I had Dragon Dance on there, and for some reason I had it in my head that Dragon Dance increased speed and special attack, which was great, but I was totally wrong. It increases attack and speed, which means that it would increase the speed by one stat, and I would never even use the increase the speed by one by +1. So. And it will increase attack by 1, and I'm not even going to use the +1 attack. So, I would literally only be using Dragon Dance for speed, which isn't really, favorable, because I thought it increased special attack too. So I was like, you know what, let's give it agility instead of that, because, that increases it speed by 2 stages. Charizard doesn't get agility. Why doesn't Charizard get agility? I was like 100% positive that Charizard got agility. I was like, that'd be awesome. I can use Follow Me on Togekiss and then agility up with Charizard, and then he'll be outspeeding everything. But no, Charizard doesn't get agility. Which I cannot believe that it doesn't get agility. This game is Sword and Shield has been giving Pokemon so many other moves that they haven't got before, and I've never used Charizard competitively before, so I didn't know that. I never really used agility competitively before, so I didn't know that it didn't get agility, and I can't believe that it's not. I can't believe that it doesn't get agility. So I gave it Sunny Day. Will I be using Sunny Day? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. By the time this video goes up, I may have used an ability capsule on this and changed it to Blaze, which would be a waste because I don't have a Solar Power Charizard. But I can always use the power saves to get one and transfer it in if need be. And Blaze is pretty good, especially when it gets down to low. And then I could give it something like Work Up, maybe, which increases the special attack by 1 stage. So I could do that, but I don't know. Let me know down below what you guys think about changing the ability to Blaze and then giving it like Work Up or Focus Blast or something like that. But yeah, and it does have the heavy duty boots. I didn't do that. I didn't say any of that before, so that if they use Stealth Rocks, which Charizard is 4 times weak to, it takes a lot of damage from Stealth Rocks. So heavy duty boots. I think it takes the most damage out of any of my Pokemon on my team to Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks is pretty good on my team. Nova takes damage to it, Tinker takes damage to it, Punisher takes damage to it. Gastrodon resists it, so does Prickly Bush. Shadow just takes normal damage. But, yeah, so that's why I give it the heavy duty boots. That also makes it so I don't have to worry about sticky webs. I don't have to worry about toxic spikes. I don't have to worry about wait, does heavy booty? Ooh, heavy booty boots. That's something different. Does heavy duty boots? I think it does. I think it's just anything that's like on the field. So I think it does sticky webs, spikes, toxic spikes, stealth rock, anything like that. So I don't have to worry about that, which is nice. That's the whole reason why I gave it to it. Next one on here is Tinker the Togekiss. The change that I made here was I gave it Serene Grace instead of Hustle because I put Hustle on it because I was like, oh yeah, it'll be really, really good for increasing the damage of physical type moves. Well, the only physical type move I have on Togekiss is E-Speed, which is only meant to kill Pokemon that have like no health left. So what is the sense of using Hustle just for that one? So I did change it to Serene Grace, plus it lowers the accuracy. And I had the Blunder policy on it, so if it loses the accuracy, well, that didn't work at all. It was a terrible set. I thought it would be kind of cool, but it was a terrible set. So I did change it to Serene Grace, which basically, if you guys don't know, just increases the chance of secondary effects happening. Which the only move that Togekiss has on it that has a secondary attack is Air Slash, which has a chance to flinch. So if I ever use Air Slash, it has a higher chance. I think it's got like a 50% chance because of Serene Grace to, I think, does it say? I don't know. Serene Grace, yeah, it says the moves have the second very, okay. So it doesn't say if it's got a 50, I think it's got a 50% chance of flinching then with that. And then I did give it the Pixie Plate because that is the only, that is, by the way, if you guys didn't know, that is the only plate in the game that you can get right now without hacking. And it's the only reason why it's the only one you can get is because it's the only item that increases the damage done with fairy type moves. And I have Dazzling Gleam. For some reason, Togekiss doesn't get Moonblast, which I don't know why. The only fairy type move it gets is Dazzling Gleam. I think it might get Fairy Wind, and that's even worse. That's so terrible. And then it gets like that draining, not even draining kiss, Sweet Kiss, which puts him to sleep. I think I don't know. But that doesn't do any damage. The only damaging fairy-type move it learns is Dazzling Gleam that's decent. Plus it hits both, which is really good. And it two-shots, with the Pixie Plate, it'll two-shot or one-shot Dracovish, depending on the set that they have. Usually it'll two-shot it, because most people are doing competitively have EV trained and IV trained the Pokemon right. So chances are it'll be two-shotting the Dracovish, which is pretty good. And it will two-shot a Dragapult too, which is nice. Because of the Pixie Plate, and so that's the whole reason why I gave it. I was gonna give it a Scarf to increase the speed, but the whole point of Togekiss is kind of, I don't want to say support, but if I want to go for a Follow Me, that way they hit Togekiss instead of like, let's say they have a Dragapult out and I send out my Dragapult and I'm afraid of my Dragapult being outsped by that other one, so I use Follow Me. So that if they use a Dragon type move, it won't affect me, and if they use a Ghost type move, it'll do damage to Togekiss rather than my Dragapult, unless it's taken out in the same turn already. So it has Follow Me, Air Slash for damaging Flying type move, E-Speed, and D-Gleam. I definitely think E-Speed is really good. I don't think a lot of people would expect it. That's why I'm bringing it, because if they have, because I mean, a lot of Pokemon right now, like if you bring any of the starters, if you bring like, if they have Torrent or Blaze, or is it Overgrowth, I think is the, or Overgrow or something like that is the ability, or anything like that, or Flash Fire, I think it's Flash Fire. No, any moves that basically power it up when it doesn't have a lot of health left. Any of those Pokemon can be incredibly scary. I know Charizard, when it gets down and it has Blaze rather than Solar Power, I cannot talk tonight. Solar Power is incredibly scary. So, being able to, hit hard with E-Speed, that's pretty nice. It is a timid set, so it is plus speed, minus attack, which means that E-Speed won't be doing too much, but if they are like one hit, then E-Speed will hopefully be doing enough. I keep seeing like a reflection or something on my arm, and I don't know, it's like my light's like shining through my glasses and making a light on my arm. My keep seeing it out of the corner of my eye. When I look, it's gone. But so that's why I keep looking down. But yeah, so I may change E-Speed, but it has helped me in a couple situations. I put all my EVs into speed and special attack. As you can see from most of my Pokemon, I put all of my EVs into 2 different stats. I don't try to spread them out. It might have been smarter to spread them out, but at this point, I don't really care. So it doesn't have a great speed stat, but it doesn't have a terrible speed stat. So the 252 in speed allow it to outspeed a lot of things, but there are still a lot of things that it doesn't outspeed. So there's nice, and then the 252 in special attack, it lets it hit. I mean, the 252 in special attack, yeah, I can see the light right now. It is definitely on my arm, and then when I look, it's gone. And plus the Pixie Play lets Dazzling Gleam do a crap ton of damage to other Pokemon. So that's why I went with that. The next one on here is Shadow of the Dragapult. It does have the Infiltrator ability. I did decide to go with Infiltrator because if they do have like Substitute up, or Reflect, or Light Scream, or Aurora Veil, or anything like that, it does go through those. So I don't have to worry about, like, if it's got... I mean, it already doesn't have... I mean, it doesn't have a great special attack. So, if I try to use Shadow Ball, I don't want it to be hurt by Reflect, which... I don't know. I could have went with a... I don't even know what other nature I would have went for on this. I could have went for either Adamant... You know, I feel like Adamant and Jolly are the 2 best ones for Dragapult, but it doesn't learn any physical type. It doesn't learn Shadow Claw, which I don't understand why it doesn't learn Shadow Claw. I know it's got little dainty arms, but it doesn't learn Shadow Claw, and that really hurts Dragapult because it does. The only other physical type Ghost type move it learns is Phantom Force, and that is not a good move competitively, because especially unless they don't have another Pokemon to switch into, because if they have another Pokemon to switch into, then I mean, they take a lot of damage. Then they can just easily switch out to a Pokemon that resists it or whatever like that. So I did decide to go with Shadow Ball instead. It might be a mistake, but whatever. Because it does have a minus special attack nature. But and then I gave it Dragon Claw because I had given it Dragon Darts, but Dragon Darts is not good in doubles because it hits both Pokemon instead of one Pokemon. So effectively in singles, it does 100 damage to one Pokemon, but in doubles, it does 50 to both, and 50 is a terrible Dragon type move. So Dragon Claw allows me to, hit pretty hard, especially because of the nature that I do have. And then Dragon Dance, because you never know, it might be, good to Dragon Dance up, get a plus speed, plus attack. So, but I've never really had the chance to use Dragon Dance on Dragapult yet. Dragapult has been my late game sweep for a lot of matches that I've won, rather than the one that comes out first. Usually it's Togekiss and Charizard, or Togekiss and Darmanitan, but they come out first. But yeah, and then I did give it the Choice Scarf because now it will be outspeed. Because anytime that I've taken Dragapult out, right, against another Dragapult, I've been like, come on, Dragapult, outspeed, outspeed, outspeed. And when I had this on my other team, it always outsped. When I put it on this team, it's like, nah, man, I'm going to either speed tie with a Pokemon and not win the speed tie every time, or what. But because its defenses are bad, it does not take one hit from a demaxed Dragapult. It just doesn't. So with the Choice Scarf, because I had the Life Orb on it before, with the Choice Scarf, it allows it to it'll be outspeeding, unless the other Dragapult also has a Choice Scarf, it will be outspeeding everything. And Dragapult, it also has U-turn, which is nice. Having a Choice Scarf, U-turn is a little bit less good, because the only time it can be used is whatever. But so I can go for Dragon Claw or Shadow Ball or whatever I want, and then continuously keep using that. And then if I decide to Demax, the Choice Scarf is nullified, so that way if I'm going up against a Ghost type, use Shadow Ball, knock it out, they send in a Dragon type, I can D-Max and use G-Max or D-Max Wormrid, or however you say that, because the Choice Scarf is nullified. So, I don't know, that's just how I feel. And then I did put all my EVs into attack and speed, so it will be hitting hard and it will be outspeeding. With the Choice Scarf, it should be outspeeding most things. And then here is Gastrodon, which is the only reason why I bring Gastrodon is because of Dracovish and any other water types, but mainly Dracovish, because it does have Storm Drain, which means that if they have a water type Pokemon on their team, as long as I bring Gastrodon, it forces them to either not bring Dracovish, or it forces them to only target Gastrodon, because I can bring it in whenever I want and don't have to worry about a Fish's Friend. If they decide to Fish's Friend any of my Pokemon, I can just be like, Gastrodon, get him. And I just send Gastrodon out, and Gastrodon will effectively just, not allow them. And I can even go out and then use Protect, because that's the best thing. If they have a water type out and they don't know if I have Storm Drain or whatever, or if they think that if they have like a grass type, if they have like Torkoal that's got Solar Beam, or Charizard that's got Solar Beam, or any Pokemon that's got a grass type move, I can go for Protect. And then I won't take any damage from the grass type unless it's D-Maxed or G-Maxed, but even then I won't be dying from it, especially if you use Protect first. And then Storm Drain activates. It does have leftovers for that added, healing. It does have Scald rather than like Muddy Water or something. Muddy Water is good because it hits both, but Scald is also really good because it's got the addition of the burn that it could get. So there is that. I did put Recover on it because it's nice. It is really, really bulky, so when it gets hit by something, if it gets low, I just recover back up. It's as easy as that. And then Earthquake, because I have 2 Pokemon on my team that, as long as if it's out with Charizard or Togekiss, I can go for Earthquake without fearing that it's going to hit my other Pokemon. Or if it's the last one, I could always go for Earthquake too. So that's nice. I did have Earth Power on it, but I decided to go with Earthquake. And then my EVs are in attack and special attack because it's got both Earthquake and Scald on it. And, I mean, both of them are decent stats. I did go with a Modest Nature, so it is increased special attack and lowered attack, but the 252 EVs in attack will... I mean, I could have went with a lowered Speed Nature. I could have went with plus special attack minus speed, which probably would have been smarter. But it's too late now. But yeah, that's the Gastrodon set I'm bringing. It's decently nice. And then you got Punisher, which is next, the Galarian Darmanitan with the Citrus Berry, because obviously I got Belly Drum on it, and it is. The Citrus Berry does kind of sometimes prevent it from going into Zen mode, because I do have Zen mode on it. But if I go with, Togekiss or whatever, use Follow Me, Belly Drum up, and then it gets healed by the Citrus Berry. But the only thing is that the Citrus Berry doesn't pop right after it uses Belly Drum. So there is still a chance that if it gets knocked out in that turn, if it gets hit in that turn and knocks it out, then I'm kind of screwed. And Zen mode doesn't activate either. So it does have the Citrus Berry, but it's got Belly Drum just because it's already got a super high attack stat. So when you max it out, it just demolishes. I bring Icicle Crash because it's the best physical type ice type move out there. Flare Blitz and Superpower. I was a little skeptical about bringing Flare Blitz because of the recoil damage and because I already had Charizard, but Flare Blitz is coming handy a lot, and so is Superpower. I mean, there was one match that I did that it had so many Pokemon that were weak to fighting type moves. I brought it and I killed I killed 3 Pokemon with Superpower, 2 or 3 Pokemon with Superpower. And it was just really, really nice. I did put 252 EVs in speed and in attack because I know it seems weird to kind of put it in speed instead of defense, but because it has, or HP or whatever, but that 95 speed is higher than Togekiss. So when it's out, it even outspeeds Togekiss, which is kind of weird, but it is fast, which is weird. So the 252 EVs definitely give it a, 289 speed, which is pretty nice, along with the attack, which is just demolishes everything. So Darmanitan was definitely a bring for me. I actually didn't know what the last two Pokemon on my team were going to be, and then I was watching, A-Drive's Draft League, and I was like, you know what? He went against the Darmanitan, and it is really scary, and I was like, I gotta bring it. I just have to. And then the last one on my team, okay, I did mention the item. Last one on my team is Prickerbush the Ferrothorn, and I did get rid of the weakness policy on it because it has only worked for me, like, once or twice, and I don't even think I killed the Pokemon after the attack raise. So, because it is 4 times weak, if it's hit with a fire-type move, chances are it's going down. And it doesn't have the best... well, it has decently good defense and special defense, but it's just... I mean, I had to go with Life Orb on it. It hits really, really hard. I did go... No moves are changed. Ingrain, I haven't had a chance to use yet, because by the time I bring it in... usually, again, it's late game, and I always want to use Iron Hand or Power Whip. Body Press has not worked in my favor yet. I've used it, but it has not KO'd anything yet. But Iron Barbs is definitely nice, especially if they use like a multi-hit attack on it, because it takes the damage from everyone. And Iron Barb is just a pretty good ability anyways. And then I did put 252 in attack, and then I went 252 in HP. I could have split them and split the 252 and put half of it in defense and half of it in special defense, but it's got the same defense and the same special defense, like base. I mean obviously it's got 268 special defense and 298 defense, but I decided to put the 252 in HP. That way it'll just take any hits regardless. I guess that's just what my thought process was. Rather than it'll be taking more if it's, I don't know. But and then I just put the remainder 4 on the speed. Like, it's not going first anyways, no matter what. But that is the team. That is the changes that I made. The only ones I made was the Charizard, the ability and the item on Tinker, the item on Shadow, the item on Ferrothorn. So that was really, really everything. So if you guys enjoyed this, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm trying to get this channel partnered. So slap a like on it, subscribe if you're new. This was all the changes to the team. Hopefully, I will be going there and all of this work won't be for nothing. But I am really, really enjoying doing competitive battles. I'm not a competitive person at all, except when it comes to Pokemon. So like I will be like, all right, let's do this, and then if it doesn't work, I'll be like, come on, like I'll get like the last match I did with Dragapult when I decided to switch it to the Choice Scarf. I was like, come on, outspeed. If you outspeed, I win. It's the bottom line. I would have won if it outsped, and it didn't. And I was like, good. Like I do not have anger issues, but I freaking wanted to chuck my Switch. Like, I was so irritated that it didn't outspeed, because it died, and then the Dragapult swept everything, and I just decided to protect twice with Gastrodon just to irritate them, and then I tried to recover, and both their Pokemon, they had a Whimsicott and a Dragapult out, and Whimsicott didn't even have any, like, attacking moves. But, yeah. So, that is it, guys. Like I said, slap a like on it. I'm not sure how long this video is. I'm pretty sure it's pretty long. But I appreciate you if you're watching it to this length. And, yeah. So, any, like, input, leave down in the comments below. Definitely any input is appreciated. Like I said, the big thing I want to know is what do you guys think about changing Nova's ability to... from solar power to blaze, and then giving it like work up or something instead of sunny day, because for some reason Game Freak decided to give I don't even know decided to give Pikachu Surf but not give agility to Charizard. But I don't know. But yeah, so slap a like on it, subscribe, leave me a comment, hit that bell so when I do release another video, you won't miss it. But other than that, guys, I really hope you guys are staying safe and healthy, and just, I'd say follow the guidelines for the virus, and I hope you guys are all right. But other than that, guys, that is it for me. Like I say at the end of every video, I will see you in the next video, and that is it from Nitro General out. Peace.